Niall, you're into an All-Ireland final. Has it settled in yet? How are you feeling? Obviously against Kerry, you went in as underdogs. You weren't meant to win, and you did. You did exactly that.
Yeah, we did, and as Kieran said after the match too as well, we weren't meant to win, like, but we did it. So, yeah, it's settled in there now. We were back training last night on Monday, so Brian and Fergal made sure to bring us back down again to earth. But it was great buzz. It was a great win and fantastic for the county. You can see the flags and all the hype now starting to come around. But we just have to focus now on the next one, which is going to be a big challenge with Mayo.
Did you like going in as underdogs?
Oh, of course, yeah, you enjoy it. Like, it doesn't really matter to us, whether or not you go in as favourites, underdogs. It's probably, what happens within the camp too as well. But I suppose there's that extra wee bit of motivation that, really does spur you on and, can give you that kick. Like, and the Tyrone fans were awesome too as well. So, it's great to have that backing too.
And you had that never die attitude. You just never gave up. It's sort of like the Brian Dooher that we would have seen, in the noughties. And that sort of was instilled in you almost.
Yeah, I was going to say that's just pure instilled in us. Like, and I suppose when you're looking at him across the wire and so many other different fellas there too as well, around the backroom team too as well, who've played for Tyrone and give so much for Tyrone. So to look over them, we know every day we go out, what you're representing the jersey too as well. So. No, the work ethic, the effort, and there were so many moments in that game that probably epitomised it really well too.
And I've covered all the Tyrone games this year, and something that I said from the start is something's happening, like you're building. There's something going on here. I kept saying to the lads back in the office, the best is yet to... I did. The best is yet to come. And we really seen that against Kerry, but even more is to come maybe against Mayo.
Yeah, and that's the aim. We can't stop here. Really, we want to go on now and win it. And I think you're right. I think we've been building since that Cavan game. Kind of just did enough, each time. Really, and it's gonna take another big performance against Mayo in the final as well. But I think Tyrone teams are really good at doing that. This time we haven't had the back door to do it. We've had to go down the straight route. So hopefully we can get more now for the final.
There's been a lot of talk of your bench. You have the likes of Colin McShane coming on. He got 1-3 the last day. Conor McKenna, he started obviously in the last two games, but he was sort of just featuring for you at the start of the championship. And then Tiernan McCann as well, he was coming on the last day. What's it like to look on to the bench and see there's these type of lads to come on here?
It's brilliant because I suppose the boys in the field know that once we're gassed that there's going to be lads coming in there and pure quality too as well. And I mentioned it before, but even the lads that are outside the panel too as well. It's just serious competition going to the training. So many boys that came in there and made an impact, and that's what you have to do. And your bench is nearly more important now. The team that finishes the game, it's a massive kind of focus on the modern game too as well. So it could be them boys, the last day, but it could be a couple of other lads, as well. Mark Bradley was there, Dara Canavan, Liam Rafferty, so many more that I can mention too as well. So let's hope the next day that there'll be someone, there'll be boys ready to come in and make an impact again.
And no one would begrudge Mayo and All Ireland. We all know that. The country all knows that. But for you, is obviously, you don't care. You want that All Ireland. Actually, I heard Tyrone supported the last day. He was walking off and he said, "It's a pity it's against Mayo. I would have liked to see them do it."
I suppose that's the thing, really is, as a supporter and everything, you always looked at Mayo and they've been always there and they've been so close as well. But for us, it's just, we have to just put our focus on the game, and we've been there in 2018 as well, and a lot of the team have been there, have had that hurt as well. So yeah, maybe if you're a supporter, but come Saturday week and when the ball's thrown in again, too as well, there'll be none of that now.
And what's it like for your family? I'm sure they're absolutely delighted for you.
Yeah, it's amazing, so proud, and I suppose for every family, the Mayo lads and the Tyrone lads too as well, and around, and whether it's camogie or football or ladies football or whatever, or hurling, really it's just the play and the pinnacle of your sport, and to get there and to represent your family and your club with so much pride, and yeah, they're really happy, but I'm sure they'll be even more happier if we can bring Sam back.
And growing up, was that the dream?
Oh yeah, of course. And I suppose when I, did get that bit older too as well, you were going to. I was lucky enough to get to all the All Ireland finals and Tyrone like 03, 05, 08, and you were looking there and you're thinking, I want to be there. And I suppose in 18 we were there, but we didn't finish the job. But definitely when you're out in your garden, you're dreaming of that and days like that. So hopefully we can make those dreams come true.
Brilliant, thank you.
All right, thanks very
Thank
much.
you.